Hello, Matt's here, and today I'm asking the question, have I been AI'd? Does that even make sense? Have I been AI'd? 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 That doesn't quite make sense, does it? To be AI'd. I think what I'm trying to ask is, has my music already been fed through the mill grinder, the learning machines, the whatever, and has then been utilized in order to make music for somebody else? And the reason I'm asking this question today is because I received a recent copyright strike through Meta's Facebook. Okay, loads of people have had copyright strikes. We've seen them left, right, and center all over the internet. But what this copyright strike has done for me is that it led me down a rabbit hole whereby I did a little bit of investigation work, which seems to me that potentially my music has been used somehow to generate AI based music that sounds similar to mine, which has then caused a copyright strike on my own music. That's like full that's like full circle. What? So yeah, potentially somebody has taken my original music, put it through the AI grinder, generated some AI music with it, and has caused me to get the copyright strike. At least that's what I think's happened. So let's dive in. Let me take you through what's happened, and you can maybe help me on this one. Maybe some of you have already experienced this. Maybe we're going to see more of this. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Now, we all know that this is entirely possible to get somebody's song, to run it through an AI machine and say, produce me 10 tracks that sound like that, go. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that. And I really don't know if there's anything we can really do about that. Maybe this is just something we're going to have to accept as we move forward as creatives, in that our work is going to be used, whether we like it or not. And that we're going to see more and more of this happening. Now, that's a conversation for another video, I'm sure. And there's much more knowledge of people out there who can talk about this all day long. But I'm here really just to talk about the copyright strike that I think has happened because somebody has used my music to generate AI music that sounds like me. And I think that's the bit we need to be careful about. So let me show you the copyright strike that I got from Meta's Facebook the other day. So here it is. This is the support message that I received, which was from a live stream video that I did back in September 2022. And this is a live stream where I was showing off the Make Noise XPO oscillator, and it was literally a live stream. I'm making music up on the fly. There's no pre-recorded music at all. There's no samples being used. I'm literally me, my modular, the XPO, patching stuff in, people watching me. And this is something that I've been doing for years and years and years. And if you're new to this channel, please do go and have a look at some of those live streams and hit the like and subscribe and all of that. It's most appreciated. So here is the copyright strike stroke support message that I was sent, showing me the dispute that's happening on this particular video that was done like 2 years ago. And if we have a look at this, what it's saying is that I am now sharing my ad revenue from this video to lots of other places, to lots of other record labels, essentially around the world. And it actually goes on to give me a big long list of all the countries and the labels that are disputing my copyright within this. And as you can see here, there's a number of there's a number of countries and there's a number of labels that are just suddenly out of nowhere disputing this live stream that I did 2 years ago, which is interesting. This isn't just one label or one artist that's disputing this. This is a number of labels, and this is worldwide, and this is all happening on the same day. So obviously this made me think, what's going on here? I'm not using anyone else's music. This is a live stream. This is me making music up on the spot. It's highly unlikely that I am going to make a track that sounds exactly like insert name of big band here or anyone. I'm literally kind of making, as I said before, I'm literally making music up on the spot. So looking at the dispute as we go through, you can actually see here saying that I can actually use other people's music if I want and receive 20% of the revenue from those streams if I want to. Yeah, okay, fine, but I don't have any intention of doing that. I make music myself, and my whole channel is about the music that I make and how I make the music and the equipment that I use and synthesizers and that kind of thing. So I'm not really interested in any of this. So clicking on it then asks you what I'd like to do. So I can then choose from three options here as I move through. I can either accept this dispute and just receive a portion of the monetization. I can submit a dispute and provide some additional details. So I have to prove that it's mine. Or I can remove the video entirely. So obviously I went through and hit dispute. This then opens up a form which allows you to put in some information. But actually this is pretty cool. What they actually do show you before you put in your dispute actually shows you in my case, there's 5 areas of this one video that are linked supposedly to original songs out there. And you can actually hit play on these and you can listen to those sections and um, and then you can choose whether you want to dispute that specific section of the video. So I did, I listened through to each section, hitting the play button, and I was like, okay, yeah, definitely my stuff. This is definitely my music. There's nothing in there of anybody else's. I was sure of that, had I accidentally had somebody else's music playing in the background or something, not going to happen. I'm not even using microphones really when I'm live streaming because all the audio just comes straight out of the back of the modular. So I went through and I clicked on all of these to dispute them all. And yeah, I'm going to dispute all this and that this is all my original content, which it is, and I stand by that. And filled in a form just essentially saying that all the music within this video is original content created entirely by myself in the moment. No other works have been used in this video at all. And then I submitted the dispute. Job done. At least I thought. And then I get this display every time I try and submit my dispute saying something went wrong, which wasn't great. So yeah, after a couple of refreshes, even though it said something gone wrong, it appeared that my dispute had then been submitted here. So I was kind of relieved about that. Okay, so there's the dispute. There's Meta saying these are the songs that have been included in your track. We're not happy about that. You're sharing the ad revenue unless you dispute it. I've disputed all of them, saying that it's all mine and nobody else's. So that's all fine. But really, the bit that I want to get into on this, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to win this dispute. I mean, how can I not? I mean, you watch the video, it's literally me making the music up on the spot. What I want to get into here is that I thought, you know what, I'm actually going to go and check out these songs and these artists that are claiming my music is theirs. So here are the 5 different artists, 5 different songs that are claiming to be within my video. Metallic Mirage by The New Mic, Transmutation by PWCCA, Cellular Life 4 by Carlos Native, Self Made by Hector, and the Amapiano House Vibes featuring DJ Lexis and Uncle Waffs, I think, by Bastian KGJ. So I thought I'll go and listen to these tracks. Let me go and see what they're like, because maybe I've accidentally made their exact song when I was doing an improvised live stream. So the first track by the Amapiano House Vibes I had a listen to, and really there is absolutely nothing at all that is similar to it, except for the fact that it's got a really loud shaker, which sounds like a kind of 909, 808-ish kind of hi-hat pattern playing 16ths, but actually with a lot more groove because this is all real people playing this. Mine's just all programmed sort of 16th rigid modular blah, 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 blah. So I compared that to the section in the dispute of my track where they're saying that it is the same. And yeah, the only similarity is the fact that it's actually my track at that particular time's got a really loud hi-hat in it playing 16. So I guess that's where their algorithms are looking at my track and going, oh, loud hi-hat, that sort of aligns with the Amapiano House Vibes track, and I must be using their track. But they're wrong. And what's interesting about this is this track The I'm a Piano House vibes track actually came out this year in 2024. My live stream was 2 years ago. So there's actually no way that I could have copied this song because it wasn't even released. It wasn't even out there. So the next track that was disputed in mine was this one, Rogue Traders single by Hector House Music. Now this one was made in 2018, so it came out before my live stream did. So okay, fine. Had a listen to it. Again, there's no similarity in it except for a kick drum. It's just a four to the floor kick drum. It's about the same BPM. This is house music, so it's a little bit slower compared to what I'm doing with techno. But really, that was the only kind of similarity that I could find. I checked out Rogue Traders as well, some really cool tunes that they're doing. So go to check them out. Now, the next one was Cellular Life EP by Carlos Native. This one came out in 2022 in September. So around the same time I did the live stream, had a listen to it. It's just electronic music. It's good electronic music. And again, go check these people out. Really, really cool. Great EP. Been listening to it for the past couple of days. But it's not the same as my music. And the only similarity is that I can find really is that, we're using a kind of four to the floor kick drum. We've got some 16th hi-hat pattern going on, and that's about it. Now, the next one, the Alquima EP by PWCCA. This is ace. I love this. This one came out in October. So this was of 2024. So this is a month after my live stream. And so I can't have copied it because I've not hit it. But this is a wicked EP. And big shout out to these guys here. But some similarities is techno. It's around the same BPM. It's got the same kind of like angry textural sort of wave shaped oscillators distortion going on. It's dark, it's broody. I absolutely love it. It's exactly the kind of stuff that I make. But as this came out after my live stream occurred, there's no way that I could have copied this. I've never heard these people before. So yeah, I definitely didn't copy this. And then finally, Metallic Mirage, which is a single by The New Mike. And this came out in 2024. In fact, it came out in September 2024. And so this came out 2 years after my live stream again. So I couldn't have copied this one. And yeah, I went and had a look at the new mic and the music that the new mic is making. And it was here really that I started to do a little bit of digging. And as I started digging, it occurred to me that the new mic had released a lot of music this year in 2024. And a lot of it is kind of techno electronic based music. And I thought, wow, great. This guy, presuming it is a guy, the new Mike, I guess it's Mike. Yeah, I'm guessing they've just been really busy this year and working really, really hard to put out a lot of music in a very short period of time. In fact, if we go over to um, Apple Music here and we have a look at the new mic, you can see that there's a lot of singles and EPs that have been put out in 2024, even albums, with 10 tracks on it or so. So definitely been very, very busy, and they're all very sort of electronic-y, but they do vary from, but they but yeah, they're all kind of very electronic-y, and they go from like down tempo, kind of laid back, sort of sofa vibes, ambient, chill out kind of thing, all the way through to kind of a bit more harder electronica. So there's a good range of stuff here. So I thought I'd go check out the new mic a little bit more. Couldn't find. There's no website on the new mic. There's no record label. Even though there's one listed here on Apple Music, Nice One Records. Actually, if you do a Google Nice One Records, I couldn't find a website for that at all. So I thought, okay, I'll go and look at his social media. Maybe I can find out some more information about him there. And this is what I found. This is his TikTok, the new Mike Music. I presume that's him. And he produces by day and is a cat dance enthusiast by night. And he's got 2,000 followers on TikTok at the moment. And as you can see, a lot of his videos are of cats. And that's fine if he likes cats, and I'm sure cats are very popular on TikTok, dancing cats and that kind of thing. And some of these look, well, obviously AI generated cats walking and stuff down model runways and stuff like that. So really interesting, but not particularly what I was expecting, given that this guy had been working very very hard on making a lot of electronic music this year. So maybe he just feels like he doesn't want to post any of his music on TikTok, and he just wants to put cat stuff on there. So fine. And I was able to find him also on Spotify as a verified artist with over 1,000 monthly listeners. And there's his discography there as well, which we've seen on Apple Music. And yeah, so there he is. No links to his website or anything like that either. And one thing that I sort of clocked, thinking about AI here a little bit, with the cats and the things like that, I sort of looked at this image here on Spotify of the equipment that he has in his studio, and sort of zooming in and having a look at this, it occurred to me that, I mean, I've seen a lot of synths and mixing desks and drum machines in my time, but I could not recognize a single one of these in this background here, um, which says to me that these are potentially an AI generated image. I mean, if you look at some of these dials, they're just a bit wonky, and um, yeah, some of the what I think look like fonts, or well, I don't know what they are. It just doesn't look right to me. So I went back and had a look at his TikTok, and then I thought, is that actually a real person? And is this a real person? Or is the new Mike actually potentially um, somebody who's kind of creating loads of AI content and just putting it out there for people to listen to stream, to buy, and things, but it's all AI generated. So I'm really sorry if I've come to the wrong conclusion here, the new mic, and I really apologize. And I'm kind of putting my neck out there by putting this video out. But I think, from what I can see, the new mic, you're essentially an AI artist. And for all we know, you might be some 15-year-old girl living in Blackpool, just rinsing out loads of AI based music, putting it out there for the world, and collecting money from your streams. In my case, collecting money from my live streams and my own music, which I guess brings me around to the premise of this video is, has the new mic taken my music, run it through their AI machine, website, whatever they're using, and use that to generate music that sounds like mine, thus causing the copyright strike? I mean, it could be entirely possible, right? It could be entirely possible for me to take the new Mike's music now and to run that through an AI machine and say, make me 10 albums with 10 tracks on each one that sounds like the new Mike. Now, I could be entirely wrong. And if I am, I totally apologize, the new Mike. But I just found this particularly interesting, this particular track that I got a copyright strike on, that seems to me is made by AI, and that the persona of the new Mike is completely AI. And I'm basing that on looking at the TikTok, the lack of any kind of real presence. There's nothing there from the record label. The fact that there's numerous albums and EPs and singles all put out in a short period of time. And as a result, I'm the one that's getting penalized for this by having to dispute the copyright of my own work. Now, I guess the real reason that I'm doing this video today, it's not really because I want to complain too much about this, although it is a bit annoying, but to be fair, all I had to do was just go on and dispute this with a form on Facebook, and hopefully it's all going to be sorted. I suppose the reason I'm really doing this video is because I'm wondering if we could potentially see more of this. I think it also highlights just how easy it is to take other people's music and generate a ton of stuff that sounds along those lines, hoping that you'll get some streaming revenue, And I'm also wondering if this has happened to anyone else out there. Now, do I mind? Well, a little bit, I guess. I mean, I put a lot of time and effort and work into making music, but I'm also one of these people that kind of understands that, AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And these kind of practices are probably going to become more and more prevalent as they get easier and more affordable to do. So I'm very much of like, this is happening. We've got to go along with it. And I'm certainly not going to be spending any of my time or energy, my wasting it on crying about the fact that AI is impacting the area of the creative arts that I'm interested in. Now, rightly or wrongly, that's just my opinion right now. And I know there's a lot of other people out there who are much more involved with AI and what's happening and the kind of morals and the ethics behind all of this. But really, I'm not one of those people. I'm just kind of, I'm obviously in the wash with it all. And I'm a music maker first and foremost. And this is it's just running alongside whatever it is that I'm doing. So I'm not particularly mad about this. In some ways, perhaps I should feel a little bit of gratitude that somebody felt that they could take some of my music and use it to create even more music, I guess. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I've got enough music now. I mean, I've got hours and hours and hours and hours of music that I could perhaps run through kind of some machine learning device. I don't really understand it, but maybe there's enough there for me to actually run it through that I can just kick out a track every day from that and not actually have to think about ever making music again. And that sounds sad, I know, but that is exactly what we can do. And yeah, I don't really want to take this video into too much of a debate on that. I'm just talking about the reality of where we are. Now, will I do that? Probably not. No, because I actually enjoy making music and plugging stuff in and making weird sounds and connecting with the community and doing live streaming and doing these videos and giving something back and creating educational content as well along the way. And also making music that I know that I can go out and play live with, and how I'm going to play live with it, and how I'm going to connect to the audience and all that kind of thing. So, no, I don't think I'm going to be doing any of that anytime soon, but I am intrigued. And, you know, maybe I'll try it out, see what happens. But at the end of the day, I don't really want people listening to 20 albums that I've made through AI and then loving it, because I mean, really, what does that mean when someone comes back to you and saying, "I love a particular album that you've done, Matt," and I say, "Oh well, I just made that through AI. I didn't really think about it. I've got no attachment to it. There's nothing about that track that actually I connect with at all on any level, creative, technical, emotionally, whatever. It's not there, that's a bit odd for me. It just doesn't sit right. So anyway, there we go. If anyone knows the new mic, please send them this video. And if I'm completely wrong about this, I'll do a video where I apologize for all of this. But I think I'm right on this one. We'll see. We'll see. And if anyone else is experiencing anything like this, do please let me know in the comments as well. Or if you've got any thoughts about all of this, then put it in the comments below. If there's any experts out there that want to come on and talk to me live, and we'll do a Q&A sort of chat about all of this, about AI and music and things like that, then please reach out to me. You can get my email address on my YouTube channel here, or you can find me on Instagram. You can DM me, whatever, and it'd be good to talk about this maybe a little bit more. Um, Not really to find a solution about it all, but just kind of really, recognize what is going on out there and what is possible, and also maybe how we can embrace this as music producers. How can we embrace AI in our work to empower us to do new things? Anyway, hopefully you like this video. It's a bit of a different one for me. And if you're new, please do hit the like, subscribe, and all of that. I do regular video uploads. I do live streams, product reviews and demos and things like that. So there's a lot more coming on this channel. So hit the bell and you'll get notified whenever I go live. All your support is greatly appreciated, and it helps the channel grow. So yeah, thanks. And I'll catch up with you in a couple of days. Bye for now.